I settle into the couch with Gloria, my girlfriend of 3 years, for our usual Friday movie night. It's become our little tradition: pizza, a blanket, and whatever film we argue over until one of us caves. Tonight, she's picked some dull crypto documentary I couldn't care less about. But I don't fight it. She's been glowing lately, ever since we put the deposit down on that cozy craftsman home last week. I can still see her standing in the empty living room, talking about where the Christmas tree would go, her eyes sparkling with dreams of marriage and kids. It's the kind of future I've always wanted with her, the kind that makes me feel like I've finally got something right in life. The movie drones on, and I feel my eyelids getting heavy. The narrator's voice is like a lullaby, and before I know it, I'm out cold, the weight of the week pulling me under. I don't know how long I'm asleep, but I stir a little when I feel the blanket drape over me. Gloria's always doing that, taking care of me even when I don't ask. My phone's on the coffee table, unlocked like always, because I've never had anything to hide. At least, that's what I tell myself. The screen lights up with a soft buzz, and I'm too groggy to notice. It buzzes again, then again. I don't hear Gloria shift beside me, don't see her hand reach for it. I'm lost in some half-dream about painting the new house when she reads the first message. "Miss you tonight," it says, from someone saved as work project. Then another, "Can't wait to see you tomorrow." I don't feel the air change, don't sense her body go stiff as she scrolls through more text I never meant for her to see, words that spill secrets I've buried deep. She doesn't wake me. She doesn't scream or throw the phone. Instead, she tucks the blanket tighter around me, her hands steady even as her world cracks open. I'm still snoring softly when she grabs her own phone and texts Sally, her best friend since they were kids. "I need you," she types, her fingers trembling. Sally's reply is instant. "What's wrong?" Gloria hesitates, then sends a screenshot of my messages. I don't hear the silent gasp she lets out, don't see the tears she blinks back as Sally texts, "Oh my God, Gloria. Come over. Now." But Gloria doesn't leave. She sits there, staring at me, the man she thought she'd marry, the man she thought she knew. Her mind spins, how long? Who is this? Why? But her face stays calm, a mask I won't see through when I wake up. I shift in my sleep, oblivious to the storm brewing beside me. Gloria's always been good at hiding her feelings when she needs to. She's texting Sally back and forth now, her thumbs flying as they start piecing things together. Work project isn't a project at all. It's a person, someone I've been lying about. Gloria's heart pounds, but she keeps it quiet, keeps it inside. She doesn't want to wake me. Not yet. She's not ready for the fight, not ready to hear whatever excuses I'll scramble to make. Sally's already offering to dig into it, promising to help her figure out who this is, how deep this goes. I don't know it, but my perfect little life is unraveling right there on the couch, one message at a time. The movie's credits roll, some guy still yammering about blockchain, but I'm too far gone to care. Gloria's staring at my phone again, the screen dark now, like it's mocking her. She could wake me up, demand answers, but she doesn't. She's smarter than that. She's already planning, already thinking 3 steps ahead with Sally in her corner. I don't feel the shift, don't sense the way she's pulling away even as she sits right next to me. She covers me with that blanket like nothing's wrong, but inside, she's falling apart. She's imagining our future, the house, the kids, the life we talked about, and watching it burn. And me? I just sleep, clueless, while the woman I love starts building a wall I won't see coming. By the time I wake up, she's back to normal, or at least, she looks it. She's sipping tea, scrolling through her phone like it's any other night. "You missed the whole movie," she says with a small smile, her voice steady. I laugh, stretch, and apologize, not noticing how her eyes don't quite meet mine. I don't know she's already texted Sally again, already set something in motion. I don't know that work project is about to turn my world upside down. I grab a slice of cold pizza and flop back onto the couch, thinking everything's fine. Gloria watches me, her mind racing, her heart breaking, but she doesn't say a word. She's got a plan now, and I'm the last one who'll figure it out. I sit across from Gloria at the kitchen table, the morning sun spilling through the window as I sip my coffee. She's got that soft smile on her face, the one I've loved for 3 years, and I'm talking about paint colors for the new house like it's the most normal thing in the world. "I'm thinking a warm gray for the living room," I say, flipping through a catalog the realtor gave us. "Something cozy, you know? What do you think?" She nods, her spoon clinking against her cereal bowl, and says, "Yeah, that sounds nice." Her voice is light, easy, but I don't catch the way her eyes flicker, how they don't linger on me like they usually do. I'm too busy picturing us in that craftsman home, picking out curtains, maybe even arguing over where to put the TV. It's all I've been thinking about lately, our future, our life. I don't know she's dying inside, that every word I say is twisting the knife deeper. She's playing her part so well I don't suspect a thing. Last night's movie night feels like a blurry memory, me falling asleep, her tucking me in, but I don't think twice about it. I don't notice how quiet she got after I woke up, how she went to bed early without saying much. Now, here we are, eating breakfast like any other Saturday, and I'm clueless. She finishes her cereal, stands to rinse the bowl, and I watch her move around the kitchen, her dark hair pulled back in a messy bun. She's beautiful, always has been, and I feel that familiar warmth in my chest. You okay? I ask, because she's been a little off, maybe tired. Just didn't sleep great, she says, turning on the faucet. I shrug it off, makes sense, I guess, and go back to my coffee, missing the way her hands grip the edge of the sink a little too tight. What I don't know is that she's already talked to Sally. While I was snoring through that crypto nonsense, she was texting her best friend, spilling everything she found on my phone. She's not just tired, she's unraveling, piece by piece, and I'm the idiot who doesn't see it. She's got our shared credit card app open on her laptop now, hidden away in the bedroom, while I'm out here dreaming about paint. With Sally on the phone, whispering so I won't hear, she's scrolling through charges I thought she'd never check. There's a dinner at that fancy Italian place downtown, $1.85, 2 weeks ago. A hotel room last month, $120, booked late at night. Uber rides at midnight when I told her I was working late. She stares at the screen, her stomach twisting, and I'm just sitting here, asking if she wants to look at tile samples later. I don't know she's connecting the dots. That new cologne I started wearing a few months back? She remembers me saying it was a gift from a coworker, but now she's wondering. My laptop, always locked these days when it never used to be? She's kicking herself for not noticing sooner. Those late nights at the office, the ones I said were for a big project? She's replaying every excuse I've fed her, and they're all starting to smell like lies. I lean back in my chair, stretch, and say, maybe we should get a dog once we move in. What do you think, a lab or something smaller? She turns from the sink, dries her hands, and gives me that same small smile. Sure, a dog would be fun, she says, but her voice is hollow. I don't hear it, though. I'm too busy picturing us in the backyard, tossing a ball around. She's not just hurting, she's planning. I don't see it, but the betrayal's sinking into her, heavy and cold, like a stone in her gut. She's thinking about those messages from Work Project, the ones she read last night, and she's starting to figure out what she's going to do. Sally's already promised to help, and now they're tossing ideas back and forth, quietly, carefully, so I won't suspect. I don't know that Liam, Sally's older brother, is going to get involved later, that he'll be the muscle when things get messy. Right now, it's just me and Gloria in our little apartment, and I think everything's fine. I finish my coffee, stand up, and kiss her on the forehead. I've got some errands to run, I say. Back in a bit. She nods, says, okay, see you. And I grab my keys, totally blind to the storm she's brewing. As I head out the door, she's already on the phone with Sally again, her voice low. I found more, she whispers, and Sally's telling her to stay calm, to keep it together until they've got a plan. I'm halfway to the car when she pulls up another charge, a flower delivery I don't even remember ordering. She's shaking now, but she doesn't cry. She's too angry for that, too focused. I don't know she's building something, step by step, something that's going to hit me like a freight train. I turn the radio on, hum along to some old song, and think about how lucky I am to have her. Meanwhile, she's staring at my empty chair, feeling the weight of every lie I've told, and promising herself she won't let me get away with it. I'm standing in the crowded bar, a beer in my hand, laughing at some dumb joke one of the guys from work just told. It's Harrison's office happy hour, something I do every couple of weeks to unwind with the team, and tonight Gloria's tagged along. She's by my side, sipping a glass of wine, looking gorgeous in that blue dress I love. You sure you're okay with this? I'd asked her earlier, surprised when she said she wanted to come. Yeah, it'll be fun to meet everyone, she'd replied with a smile, and I didn't think twice about it. I'm glad she's here, makes me feel good to show her off, to let her see this part of my life. The bar's loud, packed with people, and I don't notice how her eyes keep darting around, scanning the room like she's looking for something or someone. Then Dina walks in. She's the new creative director, Started a few months back, and she's got this energy that pulls people in, stylish, confident, all sharp edges and bright smiles. I wave her over, introduce her to Gloria. This is Dina, I say, keeping it casual. She's the genius behind our latest campaign. Dina flashes that grin of hers, shakes Gloria's hand, and says, "Oh, I've heard so much about you. Harrison's always talking about the house you guys are getting." Gloria smiles back, polite and warm, and says, "Nice to meet you too. Love your necklace." I don't catch the way her grip tightens on her glass, don't see the gears turning in her head. To me, it's just a normal night, my girlfriend meeting my coworkers, everyone getting along. But Gloria's watching us closer than I realize. She sees the way Dina leans in when she talks to me, the little glances we share that I don't even think about. It's nothing big, just work stuff, banter, the kind of thing that happens when you spend late nights on a project together. At least, that's how I see it. We're standing by the bar now, and Dina's telling a story about some client who freaked out over a font choice. I laugh, maybe a little too loud, and nudge her shoulder. "You handled it like a pro," I say, and she smirks, brushing her hair back. Gloria's right there, nodding along, but I don't notice how quiet she's gotten, how she's studying every move we make. Later, we end up in a dark corner of the bar. Just me, Dina, and a couple others from the team. Gloria's gone to the bathroom, or so I think, and I'm relaxed, sipping my beer, when Dina says something under her breath. It's quick, flirty, something about how I owe her a drink for saving my ass on that last deadline. I grin, play along, say, "Fine, next round's on me." It's harmless, just us messing around like always, but I don't know Gloria's back, standing a few feet away, watching. She doesn't say anything, doesn't storm over. She just takes it in, her face calm, her mind racing. I don't feel the shift, don't sense the way she's piecing things together. The night winds down, and we're all saying goodbye outside. Dina gives me a quick hug, nothing weird, just friendly, and tells Gloria, "You're so sweet. We should all hang out more." Gloria smiles, says, "Yeah, definitely," and I feel proud, like everything's clicking. We head home, and in the car, I'm rambling about how great it was to have her there. "Everyone loved you," I say, reaching for her hand. She lets me take it, squeezes back, and says, "They're nice." Dina seems fun. Her voice is steady, and I don't hear the edge in it. I don't know that when we get home, she's already pulling out her phone, texting Sally about everything she saw, the looks, the laughs, that moment in the corner. I'm in the shower, humming some tune from the bar, while Gloria's digging deeper. She's got our phone plan pulled up on her laptop now, something she's never bothered with before. She's cross-checking dates, times, locations. There it is, calls and texts to Dina's number, late at night, twice a week, regular as clockwork. She finds an address tied to Dina's name, an apartment downtown, and matches it to my phone's location history. I've been there more than once when I told her I was at the office. I don't know she's sitting on the couch, staring at the screen, her chest tight, her hands shaking. I don't know she's confirmed what she suspected, that Dina's the one behind those messages, the one I've been lying about. I come out of the shower, towel around my waist, and see her curled up with a blanket, scrolling through her phone. "You okay?" I ask, plopping down next to her. "Just tired," she says, not looking up. I lean over, kiss her cheek, and say, "Thanks for coming tonight. Means a lot." She nods, gives me that small smile, and I think everything's fine. I don't know she's already past the shock, past the tears. She's angry now, burning with it, and I'm the last one who'll see it coming. I turn off the lamp, climb into bed, and fall asleep fast, while Gloria lies there, wide awake, staring at the ceiling, knowing exactly who's tearing us apart. I wake up to the smell of coffee, the sound of Gloria moving around the kitchen like it's any other morning. I stretch, yawn, and roll out of bed, still feeling good from last night's happy hour. She's standing by the stove, flipping pancakes, and I wrap my arms around her from behind, kissing her neck. "Morning, beautiful," I say, and she laughs softly, leaning into me for a second before pulling away to grab a plate. "Morning," she says back, her voice warm, and I don't notice how it doesn't quite reach her eyes. We sit down to eat, and I'm talking about work, some meeting I've got later, when she casually mentions she's got a work trip coming up. "This weekend, actually," she says, cutting into her pancake. "Just a quick thing, back Sunday night." I nod, surprised but not suspicious. "Oh, cool. Where to?" I ask. "Upstate," she replies, and I see her eyes light up a little, like she's excited. Have fun, I say, grinning, and I mean it. I don't know it's a lie. Don't feel the trap she's setting. After breakfast, I head out to run some errands, leaving her alone in the apartment. I'm thinking about the weekend. Maybe I'll catch up on some shows, hit the gym, nothing big. I don't know she's already moving, already putting her plan into action. She's been up since dawn, installing a tiny doorbell camera she ordered online a few days ago. I'd never notice it. Looks just like the old one. Blends right in. She's testing it now, watching the feed on her phone as it catches the empty hallway outside our door. I'm at the hardware store, picking up light bulbs we don't even need, while she's quietly packing up a few things, photo albums, her grandma's quilt, stuff I won't miss right away. She's not leaving yet, just preparing, step by careful step. I don't see her slip into the bedroom later, pulling out her laptop to set up a private bank account. We've always shared everything, finances, passwords, all of it, but she's done with that now. She transfers half our savings, her hands steady as she types, and I'm clueless, sitting in traffic, humming along to the radio. She's drafting a letter too, something for the escrow office about the house deposit, her words sharp and legal sounding. I don't know she's texting Sally the whole time, keeping her in the loop. He bought the work trip story, she writes, and Sally texts back. Perfect. We're ready. They're plotting something big, something I won't see coming, and I'm just driving home, thinking about what to make for dinner. When I get back, she's on the couch, reading a book, looking relaxed. How was your morning? I ask, dropping my keys on the counter. Good, she says, smiling up at me. Just chilling. I flop down next to her, pull her close, and she lets me, resting her head on my shoulder. It feels normal, safe, and I don't suspect a thing. I don't know she's already moved a box of her stuff to Sally's place earlier this week. Don't know she's been rehearsing this act for days. Miss you already, I say, thinking about her fake trip, and she laughs, pats my chest. It's just 2 days, she says, and I buy it, hook, line, and sinker. I don't see how her smile fades when I turn away, how her eyes harden. The next day, I'm at work, texting her about some paint samples I saw online, when she's at Sally's apartment, setting up their base. He's got no idea, she tells Sally, and they're pulling out maps, calendars, everything they need for what's coming. I don't know they're watching me, tracking my lies. I've been sloppy, those late nights, the excuses, and Gloria's caught everyone. She's got the doorbell cam app open now, waiting, planning. I call her that night, just to check in, and she picks up, sounding tired but sweet. Long day, she says, and I tell her to rest up for her trip. Love you, I add, and she pauses, just a beat, before saying, love you too. I hang up, smiling, while she stares at the phone, her jaw tight. Friday morning, I kiss her goodbye as she heads out with a small suitcase. See you Sunday, I say, and she waves, rolling the bag behind her. I don't know it's empty. Don't know she's not going anywhere near upstate. She's at Sally's within the hour, hooking up the camera feed on a bigger screen, ready to watch me unravel my own lies. I'm at home that night, alone, feeling free, texting Dina without a second thought. She's gone for the weekend. I type, and Dina replies, finally. I don't know Gloria's seeing it all, not just the texts, but the plan she's built, brick by brick. I'm pouring a beer, thinking I've got the place to myself, while she's sitting across town, her rage cold and quiet, waiting for me to fall right into her hands. I'm sprawled on the couch, a beer in one hand, the TV humming some action movie I'm barely watching. It's Friday night, and Gloria's work trip has left me with the apartment to myself. I feel a little buzz of excitement. Freedom, I guess, like I can stretch out and breathe for once. I don't think about why that feels so good, don't question what it says about me. Instead, I text Dina, my fingers quick on the keys. She's gone till Sunday, I write, and her reply comes fast. About time. Coming over. I grin, take a swig of my beer, and don't even glance at the new doorbell camera Gloria installed. It's just sitting there, quiet, watching me like I'm the star of a show I don't know I'm in. The knock comes an hour later, and I jump up, smooth my shirt, run a hand through my high. Dina's standing there when I open the door, a bottle of wine in one hand, a small overnight bag slung over her shoulder. She looks good, too good, maybe, and I step aside to let her in. Hey, you, she says, her voice low, and I laugh, pull her into a quick kiss right there in the doorway. The camera catches it all, the way she presses against me, the way I shut the door behind her with a grin. We're laughing now, stumbling into the living room, and I don't know that across town, Gloria's watching every second on her phone, her face blank, her heart pounding. She's at Sally's place, the feed from the doorbell cam streaming live on a laptop. Sally's next to her, quiet, while Liam, her big brother, leans against the wall, arms crossed. Gloria's got it all set up, planned to the minute. She doesn't flinch when she sees Dina walk in, doesn't cry when she hears us laugh about finally having the place to ourselves. I'm pouring wine now, handing Dina a glass, and she's kicking off her shoes, settling onto the couch like she belongs there. "Miss this," she says, and I sit next to her, close, my arm around her shoulders. The camera doesn't catch that part, but Gloria's not done. She's got another trick up her sleeve, an old phone she left behind, hidden on the bedroom shelf, angled through a gap in the curtains. It's recording too, and I'm too caught up to notice. We're talking now, me and Dina, about work, about nothing, and it feels easy, light. I don't think about Gloria, don't wonder what she'd say if she saw this. I'm in the moment, and Dina's leaning in, her hand on my knee, her laugh filling the room. "Your trouble," I tell her, and she smirks, says, "You love it." We finish the wine, and I don't hesitate when she stands, pulls me toward the bedroom. The old phone's rolling, catching the way we fall onto the bed, the way I don't stop to think about the life I'm breaking apart. It's just me and Dina, and for a few hours, that's all that matters. I don't know Gloria saving every frame, building her case, her hands steady as she watches me betray her. Morning comes, and I'm up early, leaving Dina asleep in the bed. I've got work, a quick meeting I can't skip, and I kiss her forehead, tell her to lock up when she leaves. "See you later," I say, and she mumbles something, half awake. I'm out the door, whistling, feeling on top of the world, while Gloria's already moving. She's been up all night, watching, waiting, and now she's in action. Sally and Liam pull up to the apartment in Liam's truck, quiet as shadows. I'm at the office, shaking hands with some client, when they start loading her stuff, clothes, books, that quilt she loves. She's not taking everything, just what's hers, what matters. I don't know the place is emptying out behind me. By the time I get home, it's late afternoon. Dina's gone, the wine bottles in the trash, and the apartment feels off. I step inside, drop my keys, and freeze. The closet's half empty, Gloria's shoes are gone, her favorite mug's not on the counter. Then I see it, her key on the table, next to a stack of printed screenshots. My phone buzzes in my pocket, but I don't check it yet. I flip through the papers, text to Dina, that hotel receipt, a still from the bedroom video. My stomach drops, my hands shake. "Gloria," I call out, even though I know she's not here. The silence hits me like a punch, and I sink onto the couch, staring at the evidence she left behind. I don't know she's across town, unloading boxes at Sally's, her face calm, her voice steady as she tells them, "It's done." I'm alone now, holding the pieces of my lies, and she's already gone. I'm sitting on the couch, staring at the empty apartment, the stack of screenshots still in my hand. The place feels hollow, Gloria's gone, her stuff's gone, and all I've got left is her key and the truth she laid out for me to choke on. My phone's been buzzing nonstop since I got home, but I can't bring myself to look at it yet. My head's spinning, my chest tight, like I can't get enough air. How did she know? How long has she been planning this? I run my hands through my hair, trying to piece it together, but it's all a mess. The doorbell cam footage, those texts, that damn bedroom video, she's got everything, and I've got nothing but excuses that won't hold up. I grab my phone finally, see her name on missed calls, and my heart jumps. Maybe she's calling to talk, to yell, to something. But when I dial back, it goes straight to voicemail. She's shut me out. I try texting Gloria, "Please, let's talk," but it doesn't deliver. She's blocked me, I realize, and the panic starts creeping in. I scroll through my contacts, find her on every app we use, but it's the same story, blocked, gone, like I don't exist to her anymore. I'm pacing now, the apartment too quiet, too empty, and I don't know what to do. My thumb hovers over her work email, our last open line, and I type fast, desperate. "I'm so sorry," I write. "I messed up, I know it. Please just call me." I hit send, wait, but there's no reply, not yet. I don't know she's at Sally's, reading it with a blank face, letting it sit unanswered while she sips tea and talks strategy with her friends. The next day, I'm a wreck. I barely slept, kept checking my phone, hoping she'd crack, give me something. Nothing comes, and I can't take it anymore. I grab my keys, drive to Sally's place. I know she's there. Where else would she go? I bang on the door, loud, and Sally opens it, her face hard. She doesn't want to see you, she says, arms crossed, blocking me. Just let me talk to her, I beg, but Sally shakes her head. Go home, Harrison. I see Liam in the background, big and quiet, watching me like I'm a problem he might have to fix. I don't push it. I'm not that stupid, but I'm losing it, my voice cracking. Tell her I'm sorry, I say, and Sally shuts the door in my face. I don't know Gloria's inside, listening, her hands clenched, staying silent. I try her work next, showing up at the front desk like some idiot. Is Gloria here? I ask, and the receptionist looks confused, says she's not in today. I'm sweating, my tie loose, and I don't care how I look. I drive to her parents' house after that, an hour out of town, and her mom answers, her eyes sad but firm. She's not here, Harrison, she says, and I can tell she knows. Please, I say, I just need to explain. Her dad steps out behind her, says, you've done enough, and I feel the weight of it, their disappointment, my shame. I stumble back to the car, my phone buzzing again, but it's not her. It's my mom, Carol, and when I pick up, she's crying. Harrison, what did you do? She asks, and my stomach drops. I don't know Gloria sent the video to my parents, to my boss, Mr. Brightman. She's not just leaving me. She's tearing my life apart, piece by piece. I get home, and there's an email from her work address, a single line. Check your inbox. I do, and there's the link. I click it, see me and Dina on that bedroom feed, hear our voices, and I feel sick. My mom calls again, says, your father and I helped with that house for you and Gloria, not this. Her voice breaks, and I can't speak, just mumble, I'm sorry, over and over. Then Mr. Brightman emails short, cold, we need to talk Monday. Company policy is clear. I don't know what's coming, but I feel it closing in. I try her work email again, my words spilling out. I'm an idiot, Gloria. I love you. I'll do anything. Then I get mad, tight. You didn't have to do this, ruin me like this. I send it, regret it, but it's too late. She doesn't reply, and I'm left staring at the screen, the silence louder than ever. I don't know she's at Sally's, showing Liam the emails, saying he's panicking now. They're calm, methodical, while I'm falling apart, alone in the apartment we used to share, surrounded by the wreckage of my own making. I'm sitting at my desk on Monday morning, my tie crooked, my coffee cold, waiting for the axe to fall. The office feels different, people glance at me, then away, like I'm some kind of ghost. Mr. Brightman called me in first thing, and now I'm here, facing him across his big desk, his face all sharp lines and disappointment. Harrison, he says, folding his hands, you know our policy on workplace relationships. That video Gloria sent, it's a problem. My throat's dry, and I nod, barely able to look at him. It was a mistake, I say, my voice hoarse. It won't happen again. He sighs, leans back. You're on probation. Dina's being moved to another department. Keep your head down, or you're out. I mumble it, yes, sir, and stumble out, my legs shaky. I don't know Gloria's at Sally's, sipping coffee, hearing about this from a friend at the company, her face calm as she nods. Back at my desk, I try to focus, but it's useless. Larry's across the room, chatting with someone, looking happier than I've seen him in months. He's been stuck in the same spot forever, family to feed, bills piling up, and now there's talk he might get my spot if I slip again. I don't blame him. He's a good guy, just never got the breaks. I stare at my screen, the words blurring, and I feel the walls closing in. My phone buzzes, my mom again. She's been calling since yesterday, and I pick up this time, bracing myself. Harrison, she says, her voice soft but broken. How could you do this to Gloria? To us? I close my eyes, pinch the bridge of my nose. I don't know, Mom. I messed up. She's quiet, then says, I called her. Apologized for you. She didn't deserve this. I don't know what to say. Just sit there, the shame burning through me. Dina's waiting for me by the break room later, her arms crossed, her eyes hard. They're transferring me because of you, she snaps, and I flinch. I didn't mean for this. I say, but she cuts me off. You said it was fine, Harrison. You said she'd never know. I don't have an answer. She's right. I fed her the same lies I fed myself. She storms off, and I'm left standing there, the coffee machine humming like it's mocking me. I don't know she's texting Gloria later, some half apology, half rant. I'm sorry you got hurt. But he lied to me too. Gloria reads it, doesn't reply, just saves it to her growing file of evidence, her hands steady as she builds her armor. I get home that night. The apartment's still empty, still silent. My phone's got a new email, my dad this time, short and to the point. We're disappointed, son. Fix this. I toss it on the counter, grab a beer, and sink onto the couch. The TV's on, some dumb show I don't care about, and I'm trying to drown out the noise in my head. I don't know Gloria's at Sally's, showing Liam and Sally the latest. Dina's message, my mom's call, the rumors from work. He's crumbling, she says, and Sally nods, says, good. Let him. They're calm, focused, while I'm here, falling apart, my life unraveling thread by thread. Tuesday's worse. Word spread at work. People whisper, avoid me, and Larry's suddenly in meetings I'm not invited to. I catch Mr. Brightman watching me from his office, and I know my probation's a tightrope. I try emailing Gloria again, from my personal account this time, hoping she hasn't blocked it yet. I'm losing everything. I write. I know I don't deserve you, but please, just talk to me. I hit send. Wait, but there's nothing. I don't know she's reading it with Sally, her jaw tight, saying, he's still trying to play the victim. She's documenting it all. Every email, every call, building a case, not just for me, but for herself, for closure. My mom calls again that night, and I can't dodge her forever. I talk to Gloria, she says, and I freeze. She's strong, Harrison. Stronger than you gave her credit for. I swallow hard, ask, what did she say? Mom sighs. Not much. Just listened while I apologized. She's hurt, but she's moving on. I don't know what to do with that. Just sit there, the beer warm in my hand, the TV flickering. I don't know Gloria's at Sally's, sorting through her boxes, feeling the weight lift a little with every piece she puts away. My life's collapsing, work, family, reputation, and she's the one holding the strings, steady and silent, watching me fall. I'm sitting at a small table in the corner of this quiet cafe, nursing a black coffee I don't really want. It's been weeks since Gloria left, weeks since my life turned into this mess, and I'm a shadow of myself, hair messy, shirt wrinkled. I sunk from too many sleepless nights. I don't even know why I came here, just needed to get out of that empty apartment, away from the silence that screams at me. The door chimes, and I look up, my breath catching when I see her Gloria walking in, her coat pulled tight against the chill. She doesn't notice me at first, orders a tea at the counter, and I freeze, my heart pounding. I don't know if I should say something, hide, or just sit here like an idiot. She turns, sees me, and her step falters, but only for a second. Then she walks over, calm as ever, and sits across from me. Hey, she says, her voice steady, and I manage a weak, hey. She looks good, better than me, that's for sure, her hair neat, her eyes clear, like she's found some kind of peace I can't touch. I don't know where to start, so I just blurted out, I'm sorry, Gloria, for everything. She nods, sips her tea, and I keep going, the words spilling out like I've been holding them too long. It started as nothing, just stupid flirting with Dina, and then it got out of hand. I never meant to hurt you. She listens, her face blank, and I can't tell what she's thinking. I don't know she's been waiting for this, not to fix us, but to close the book on me for good. She sets her cup down, looks at me, and I feel small under her gaze. I've been a mess, I say, my voice cracking. Work's a disaster. My parents barely talk to me, and I can't sleep knowing what I did to you. I'm hoping for something, anger, tears, anything, but she's quiet, just watching. Then she asks, soft but sharp, how long would you have kept lying if I hadn't caught you? It hits me like a punch, and I open my mouth, close it, no answer coming. I don't have one. I don't know how far I'd have gone, how deep I'd have dug that hole. The silence stretches, heavy, and I realize that's all she needed, that blank space where my excuses should be. I don't know, I finally say, weak, and she nods, like she expected it. That's the thing, Harrison, she says, her voice even. You didn't just cheat, you built a whole life behind my back, and I was too blind to see it. I flinch, but she's not done. I trusted you. The house, the plans, all of it, I thought we were real. Her words cut, and I want to argue, to say we were real, but I can't. I don't know she's already let go, that she's here not for me, but for herself. I'm not proud of it, I say, looking down at my hands. I hate myself for it. She doesn't react, just sips her tea again, and I feel the gap between us growing, wider than ever. I try again, desperate. I'd do anything to take it back, I say, leaning forward. I know I don't deserve you, but I love you, Gloria. I always will. She looks at me then, really looks, and I see something flicker in her eyes. Pity, maybe, or just exhaustion. Love's not enough, she says, simple, final. Not after this. I don't know what to say, just sit there, my coffee cold, my hands shaking. She's not yelling, not crying. She's past that, and it scares me more than if she'd screamed. I don't know she's been in therapy, unpacking me, unpacking us, finding her way out of the wreckage I left. She stands, adjusts her coat, and I panic, reaching out. Wait, I say, can we talk more? Please. She shakes her head, gentle but firm. There's nothing left, Harrison. I forgive you, not for you, but for me. I'm done carrying this. I don't know she means it, that she's shedding me like old skin. I watch her walk to the door, her steps sure, and I'm stuck, rooted to the chair, my chest hollow. Goodbye, she says, not looking back, and the door shuts behind her. I don't move, just stare at the spot where she was, the weight of her words sinking in. I don't know she's outside, breathing deep, feeling lighter with every step away from me. I'm still there, broken, replaying that question, how long would I have lied? And knowing I've lost her for good. The cafe hums around me, people talking, laughing, and I'm alone, a shell, her forgiveness cutting deeper than her anger ever could. I'm sitting on the floor of my new place, a small studio apartment I found after everything fell apart, surrounded by half-unpacked boxes and a cheap lamp I picked up from some discount store. It's quiet here, just the hum of the fridge and the faint sound of traffic outside, and I'm trying to make sense of it all. Gloria's gone, really gone, and I'm left with this hollowed-out life I built with my own stupid choices. The walls are bare, the furniture mismatched, and it's nothing like the home we dreamed of together. I don't know she's across town in her own little studio, hanging curtains she picked out herself, turning a space into something that's hers alone. I'm here, staring at a crack in the ceiling, wondering how I let it get this bad. I pull out my phone, scroll through old photos. Us at the beach, laughing over pizza, painting that sample wall in the apartment, and it hits me hard. I don't delete them. Not yet. Just let the ache settle in. Work's been a slog. Probation's a constant shadow, and Larry's stepping up, getting the nods I used to take for granted. I don't blame him. He deserves it. I'm barely holding on, showing up late, leaving early, my head somewhere else. Mr. Brightman's watching, and I know one more slip could end me there. I don't know Gloria's steady at her job, her desk neat, her focus sharp, like she's rebuilding from the ground up while I'm still sinking. Dina's gone too, transferred back to the Chicago office last week. She called me before she left, her voice cold. You lied to me too, Harrison, she said, and I didn't argue. She'd thought I was serious, that Gloria was just a loose end, and I let her believe it because it was easier. Now she's out of my life, and I don't miss her, not really, just the distraction she gave me. I don't know Gloria found out about the transfer from a mutual friend, that she nodded and said, good. Her voice flat, no trace of the hurt I'd expect. She's moving forward, and I'm stuck, unpacking a box of old shirts that still smell like the detergent we used to share. I've started seeing a therapist, some guy my mom found, quiet and patient, who doesn't let me off easy. Why'd you do it? He asked last session, and I fumbled, said something about boredom, about feeling trapped. He didn't buy it, just waited until I admitted I was scared, scared of the life we were building, scared I wasn't enough for it. I don't know Gloria's in therapy too, sitting across from a woman who's helping her peel back the layers of me, of us, finding the girl she lost in all my lies. She's unpacking more than boxes, anger, trust, herself, and I'm here, folding socks, trying to figure out who I am without her. I get a text from my mom. Carol, checking in, like she does every few days now. How's the new place? She asks, and I type back, fine. Getting there. She's been softer since that cafe run-in with Gloria, less angry, more sad. I don't tell her the truth, that it's a mess, that I'm a mess. I don't know she sent Gloria a package, cookies and a note, keeping that tie alive because she can't let go of the daughter she almost had. I'm alone tonight, eating takeout from a carton, when I find an old birthday card Gloria gave me, tucked in a book I never finished. To my favorite person, it says, and I sit there, staring at her handwriting, the ache sharp and new. My friends are distant. Some took her side. Some just don't know what to say. I don't push it, I would. I don't know Gloria's circles growing. Sally, Liam, new faces from work, people who see her strength, who don't ask about me. She's decorating her place, picking colors I'd never have guessed, making it hers in a way our old life never was. I'm here, taping up a crooked shelf, wondering if I'll ever feel steady again. The therapist says it takes time, but time's slow, and I'm impatient, wanting to skip to the part where I don't hate myself. I don't sleep much, just lie there, the street lights painting shadows on the wall. I think about calling her, but I don't. I've got no right. I don't know she's sleeping better now. Her bed small but hers, no ghost of me beside her. I'm rebuilding too, I guess, but it's shaky, uncertain, a life I don't recognize yet. The card's still on the table, and I pick it up again, trace the words, then set it down. I'm not there yet, not free, not whole, but I'm starting, one slow step at a time. I'm driving down the street where that Craftsman house sits, the one Gloria and I almost bought, my hands tied on the wheel. It's been months since everything crashed, and I don't know why I'm here, just felt like I had to see it one last time. The for sale sign's gone, replaced by a pickup truck in the driveway, a couple unloading groceries, laughing like we used to. I slow down, not stopping, just watching, and it hits me, relief, not regret. That life's theirs now, not mine, and I'm okay with that. I don't know Gloria drove by last week, saw the same thing, and smiled, letting it go too. I keep driving, the radio low, my mind drifting to where I am now alone, but not drowning anymore. Back at my studio, I drop my keys on the counter, kick off my shoes. It's still sparse, bare walls, a couch that's seen better days, but it's mine. I've been trying to make it work, adding bits here and there, like a plant my mom insisted I'd kill in a week. It's still alive, somehow, and I water it, feeling a small win. My phone buzzes, Carol again, with a text, "Sent you a package. Check your mail." I head downstairs, find a little box waiting, and open it right there, her homemade cookies, a note tucked inside. "Happy birthday, Harrison. Love, Mom." I forgot it's today, and the gesture stings, soft and warm. I don't know she sent Gloria the same cookies and a card saying, "You're still family to me," and that Gloria cried a little, then smiled, keeping the note. I sit on the couch, eating a cookie, the taste familiar, pulling me back to better days. Work's still shaky, probation's over, but I'm not the guy I was, not the one they trusted with big projects. I hear Larry got a raise, and I'm glad for him. He's got kids to feed, a life that's real. I've been offered a transfer to Seattle, a chance to start over, and I'm taking it. The whispers here are too loud, the look's too heavy, and I need air. I don't know Gloria's heard about it through the grapevine, that she nodded and said, "Good for him." Her voice steady, no trace of me left in it. There's an old birthday card on the coffee table, one she gave me 2 years ago, to the best husband I could dream of. It says, even though we never got that far. I pick it up, read it again, the ink faded, but her words sharp. I've kept it all this time, a piece of her I couldn't let go, but tonight feels different. I don't know she found the same card in her boxes, read it, and tossed it in the trash last week, her hands sure, her heart light. I sit there, turning it over, the weight of it heavy in my palm, and I know it's time. I stand, walk to the kitchen, and drop it in the bin, not angry, not sad, just done. It's a small thing, but it feels big, like cutting a thread I've been tangled in. I don't sleep much, but tonight I do, the bed creaking under me, the city humming outside. Seattle's in a week. I've got boxes to pack, a life to figure out, and it's scary, but it's mine. I don't know Gloria's asleep too, her studio cozy with her own touches, her dreams her own again. She's not surviving me anymore. She's living, free in a way I'm only starting to chase. My mom calls the next day, asks about the cookies, and I tell her they're great, that I'm moving. A fresh start, she says, hopeful, and I agree, feeling it for the first time. The apartment's a mess of packing tape and markers, my stuff scattered, but I'm okay with it. I don't know Gloria's place is settled, her walls painted, her life steady. She's got friends over tonight, Sally, Liam, a few others, laughing over wine, no shadow of me in the room. I'm here, taping a box, thinking about Seattle, about who I might be there. The plant's coming with me, a dumb little promise to myself to keep something alive. I don't know Gloria's got plants too, thriving on her windowsill, a quiet symbol of her own growth. I finish packing late, sit on the floor, the cookies gone, the card in the trash. It's not peace, not yet, but it's close, a step away from the shame, the wreck I made. I don't know Gloria's standing in her kitchen, washing dishes, feeling the same, free, finally, from us. I'm leaving soon, and she's already gone. Both of us cutting loose the house that wasn't ours, the life that never fit.